Hey, so this week, um, or I'll say last week, everything that I put out how to deal with choices. Are we going to make wise decisions? Are we going to look at the red flags that God is showing us? Are we going to ignore them? Are we going to see the wet sign on the floor and keep walking? And are we going to be like, I saw the sign said it was slippery, but it's not going to happen to me? So, Christians, we have very real struggles. Until the Lord delivers us from each and every one, He can do it instantaneously, He can do it however He sees fit. For some people, it takes a lot longer. And so, if you are struggling with anything sin wise, I don't want you to be sin conscious, but I do want to let you know that don't flirt with the sin. Don't flirt with whatever the temptation is. You know, the word says that we are enticed by our own sins. We are enticed by our own lust, and that's in James. And so we cannot be upset when there's things that we're dealing with and they haven't fallen off right away. We can pray and God can remove them, but they don't always come off instantaneously. So, again, making wise decisions. So, people who want to be in a relationship, who are not in a relationship but want to be in one, I just want to tell you guys, especially women, men, I don't know if you guys do this so much, but women, sometimes I know women will flirt with sin. Men too. But I want to encourage you, do not flirt with your neighbors. Do not flirt with your coworkers. You know what? Because what happens is when you compromise and you flirt with them just a little bit, it can open the door to just so much more than what you were expecting. And then you'll find yourself going down this rabbit hole of sin. And so, and I don't want to just single out single people. I want to talk to married people too, because there's some married people out there who are struggling with the same thing, struggling with lust, struggling with temptation. And so, same goes for you. Do not give anybody their favorite chocolate. Probably sounds so stupid, but seriously, don't do it. If you take the time to find out specifically what kind of chocolate somebody wants, what kind of chocolate somebody likes, think about that. That's you trying to have like some type of intimate connection. You may not think of it that way, but it's something about passing out sweets. It makes people want more sweets, and then they'll desire you as a little more sweeter, and next thing you know, they're like needing more chocolate, and we're not talking about candy at this point. So I'm saying don't flirt with that, okay? And like I said, especially for married folks, don't flirt with that. But my single people, if you're trying to hold out and wait for the man or woman of God that God has planned for you, do not flirt with just any and everybody. Don't go giving away your chocolates to people, because what's going to happen, God wants you to be holy and sanctified and set apart for the person that He has for you. And if you are out there passing out your stuff, it's not going to work that way. And right now, I'm talking about the real chocolates, okay? But when you pass out the real chocolates, you're going to entice them to want more. And like I said, somebody's going to tell me this is kind of silly, but I'm telling you, don't do it, okay? Again, making wise decisions. If you are in a relationship and you feel like you are unequally yoked with a person before you marry them, that is a red flag. Go to counseling, get some therapy, talk to your pastor, get some help, get around other married couples. But if you see these red flags and they are just not going away, run. Why are you staying in that relationship? Okay. We're going to continue to go through the same test, same trials until we pass them. So think about the children of Israel, how they wandered in the wilderness. What is it that you have to get over to get to the next level? What do you keep going through that you need to pass? What test do you need to pass? So think about it. If you have, you're constantly angry, or you're constantly just annoyed at people, or you're just struggling with, like I said, we talked about lust earlier, or you're talking about, just different people who really violate your boundaries that you've set in place. Don't let them do that to you. Make your choices, make your decisions. You know what? This person disturbs my peace. I cannot, in good conscience, have a relationship with them, friendship with them. I mean, every time they speak to me, they give me anxiety. If you feel like that about a particular person, of course, pray about it. But if they keep putting you on edge and they keep choosing everybody but you and make you feel some kind of way, that is not the person for you. Friendship, relationship, anything. So don't put yourself in that position. Respect your boundaries, respect the values that God has for you, because He says that you are valuable, you are important, you are just set apart, and you are something great. But you have to know that for yourself. You don't have to settle for what other people think. You have to know it in your heart and watch how God starts navigating and bringing the right people into your life. So we can go through so many more topics of this. And if you have more that you want to talk about on making right choices and living holy, go ahead and drop those in the comments. You know what? We need to make wise decisions. We are not stupid people. God has given us intellect. So we're going to use that. We're going to make great decisions, great choices. We have to let go what we need to let go of. Choose the right things that are going to both edify the Lord and bring us in peace and in alignment with our purpose and with what God has for our life. And the most important thing, if you don't want to fall, don't go where it's slippery. Bottom line, if you have a problem, like I said with lust, what are you doing at a strip club? You know what I'm saying? If you have problems with alcohol and drinking, you shouldn't be hanging out with those friends who drink and smoke all night until God delivers you. And then you only go back when you have the strength. Again, if you don't want to fall, don't go where it's slippery. If people keep disturbing your peace and they keep just going all willy-nilly with you, you know what? Put your boundaries in place. Let them know what they are. Protect your peace. Don't get all out of control and angry and in these fits and have to tell everybody, a piece of your mind. You know what? Protect your peace. Make wise decisions. Let people know, you know what? This is not working for me. But you're going to have to make those choices. If you don't want to fall, don't go where it's slippery. Praying for you. Let me know, what choices you have to make in your Christian walk. As believers, we all have to make them. So I hope this message is an encouragement to you. This is real talk. We have to make sure that we're making wise decisions. And we want to make sure that at the end of the day, we are giving God glory and we're not glorifying our flesh. We do not want to do anything that gives our flesh glory. So like I said, don't pass out those chocolates, y'all. All right. Be blessed. Talk to you soon.